Hi, Kenny Weiss, life and business coach. And today I want to talk about the word no. Specifically, what happens to us when we hear no. What made me think of this video is today I was sitting with a financial advisor and we got to talking, and he's going to have me come do a speech to some of the advisors that work for him. And he talked about, the cumulative effect of being told no. And I started to think about it. This man's been doing this 30 years. And if you think childhood on up, he's probably heard no 20, 30,000 times. And he told me a story of one really impactful no that he got. And I just realized, because none of us have been taught about emotions, that's not blaming our parents or blaming anyone, it's just truth. We just aren't taught anything about it other than don't deal with it. And yet, our emotions drive every single thing we do. The reason this gentleman's a financial advisor is because of something he went through as a kid. It's the same thing. Why do I do? It's why do I do what I do? It's because of what I went through. It's the same thing with you. Your career, your spouse, everything you've chosen because you're trying to reconcile some sort of trauma you went through. So there's a cumulative trauma when you hear the word no repeatedly. The first thing that happens is it immediately sends you into fear. What's fear? If you've watched my other videos, you know. Fear is always one of two things. It's either the fear of rejection or the fear of inadequacy. Well, what happens when you hear the word no? You feel both rejected and inadequate. If you've heard no 10, 20, 30, 40,000 times throughout your life, every single time you're dropping into that. That effect of that negative emotion is stored into you before you even walk into any appointment. If you're in any level of sales, your body, this is how memories and all of this work, your emotions, we store them physically. So the second you walk into an appointment, boom, without even thinking of it, subconsciously, you're already in fear because your amygdala is sending a signal that comes from your body. You've stored this feeling memory of, oh, sales presentation. It sends a signal throughout your body to your brain that goes, uh-oh, could be rejection. You're already firing those negative chemicals. It's just the way our brain and body works. But none of us know this because we're told not to deal with emotions. Yet the emotions are what's driving every single thing you do. The thing is, the truth about no is it's an opportunity. It is the greatest word you can hear expressed towards you. Why? Why is it so powerful to have someone tell you no? Well, here's why. Because it's going to teach you exactly what's bugging you. You see, if you have a negative reaction to your spouse, to someone in sales, whatever, that tells you no, that's not about them. They're not saying no to you. They're saying no to for their own reasons, things that you can't control. Now, in some cases, maybe there's a slightly different approach. You didn't hear them. Usually in a sales environment, it's not a technique that you failed in. What you failed in is being able to hear the emotion that they're going through. That's the biggest thing I teach salespeople, is how to hear what people are really saying, because every single word out of our mouth is an emotion that we're trying to share with somebody, but none of us know that. So that's what I teach people, is how to hear those emotions. And when you're sitting across from someone who's hearing your emotions, they want to do business with you. That's the biggest way salespeople fail. So that may be your mistake, but in general, whatever's going on inside of them, their own fear, their emotions, trauma they've been through, they don't want to deal with it. That's why they're saying no. But when you hear it, where do you go? That's the gift. Every time someone tells you no, you get to find out how you're sabotaging yourself, how your history of trauma is showing up. So when someone says no to you, step back and go, what's this remind me of? When did I go through this? When was the first time? Ask questions. I always say, when you change your questions, you change your life. Start throwing questions at it. What is this about? You're going to start finding out how your own emotions are cropping up and sabotaging the whole presentation. Also, you're going to learn how your emotions are cropping up and putting you in a self-sabotaging place. So there's so many more things. It'd be a 2-hour long video and you don't want to watch that. Come to my seminars, hire me, something like that. But Just start with that. When you hear the word no, instead of feeling rejected, stop yourself and go, wait a minute. What's the opportunity in here? Why am I reacting this way? What can I get from this? How can I learn? What feeling is this triggering? Where was the first time I felt it? What happened then? Is it true? No, it's not. Anyway, start going down that path. If you want more skill at being able to do that, obviously get in touch with me. There's a whole level I could really help you with on how to drill down on this and discover how those feelings of hearing no are impacting you constantly in every single thing you do. So anyway, I hope that gives you a little bit of a start and gets you going to understand how important it is and how lucky you are when someone tells you no. Have a great day.